Q2C, we're here, we're checking out the Manus Quantum Meta Gloves. All right.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll explain a little bit what we do. We're a glove company, and they basically record all your hand and finger data based on a source on the back. The fingertips position is recorded, and based on that we can calculate the entire skeleton. Maybe Ben can show us what the skeleton looks like as well. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
This is the skeleton movement. So as you can see, it records the full fingers, the movement of the hand palm, all the bones inside, and then that can be used in VR, can be used in motion capture. In VR, it's used mostly to interact with objects, enterprise level VR for trainings, things like that, engineering, prototyping, everything like that, where you need high fidelity interaction with objects.
Right.
This would be great.
So as you were telling me before, there's no actual haptics in the fingers. This is just mocap of the fingers themselves.
Correct, yeah. So this model is just about the finger capture and finger tracking. We do have another version of the glove that has haptic feedback on the fingertips with LRAs, so it's vibrational feedback on the fingertips. This is just a prototype of the next generation, but you can definitely expect, a more VR-focused version of this product to rise as well.
So guys, this is the haptic version of the Meta Glove. This one has the tracking and it has haptic feedback.
Yeah, so this version of the glove is called the Manus Prime X Haptic VR. Designed for virtual reality, interaction with objects, pushing buttons, grabbing things. Record your finger movements through sensors that are inside the glove, and then the units you see here, they give feedback on each of the fingertips for interaction with objects. So you also register that you're touching or interacting with something. Yeah.
Very cool. So this will hook up Bluetooth-wise?
So it's radio.
Okay, radio.
And then the signal goes wirelessly into the computer, streams into Unity, into Unreal, whatever you need for your VR application or game. Yeah.
Now, are you implemented in any VR games currently, or is this something you could actually just mod into any game?
Yeah, it's you can mod it into the game.
What is going on, Q2C? We are here at GDC 2022, and we have with us Enrique Fuentes from Teravision Games, the makers of Captain Toonhead versus the Punks from Outer Space. Enrique, thanks for talking to us, and what is going on? What brings you to GDC this year?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Yeah, we're super excited with Captain Toonhead right now. I mean, we just had a discount last week. It was like our first discount we did for the game, and we did a big update as well. So now the game has, we implemented Space Warp, which brought a lot of new improvements on the aesthetics and the visuals of the game, improved animations. So a lot of good stuff right now in the game. If you haven't update and let us know what you think. GDC has been great. It's great to be out again and meeting with friends from the industry, meeting with other people from the VR community. It's great to just talk to people in person again.
It's an amazing game. It's one of the most innovative, funny games that I've ever played. It's not just a tower defense game, so people should know that. It's way more than tower defense. It's way more involved. The story is funny. It's got one of the best characters you'll ever find in Captain Toonhead, and everybody should go play this game.
Thank you so much, Art.
Thanks for taking a few minutes, and we'll talk again soon in the future. Q2C, we are here at GDC 2022. We're sitting down with the developers of Arcaxer. We have Aaron and we have Anthony. What's going on, guys?
Hey, not much. Having a good time so far, yeah?
Yeah, this is day one of the expo, so this is your first day on the show floor.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen a ton of stuff, but anything cool that you were like, oh, this was awesome so far?
Actually, we just checked out a OWO skin over there.
Oh, I did that at CES. So cool, right?
Yeah, that was intense. They did the knife demo for me, where it feels like the knife's going into you.
That was fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Watch him scream a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just a bit.
He was watching me jump around.
It's on our Twitter. I think it's pretty good.
Oh, we all gotta watch that. Everybody go to their Twitter and watch that then. So guys, what do you do? What's going on with Arcaxer, and anything you can tell us? What's happening?
Well, we just finished the casino malware update, which is our first big content patch.
Post-game
patch. So as soon as you finish the game, you can continue playing a big chunk where we have 2 new dungeons, a bunch of new bosses, new spells, skills, everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I can tell everybody, please go, if you have not played Arcaxer, you guys need to go play Arcaxer. It's one of the best games on the Quest platform. And guys, thanks for taking a few minutes and talking to me, and we're going to talk to you guys again real soon. I can have a feeling.
Take care.
What's going on, Q2C? GDC 2022, we have an amazing experience to come and speak to Stan Larroque, the developer and creator of the Lynx R1.
Yeah.
Stan, it's a pleasure to meet you. I just put this thing on my head. I'm completely blown away. I've been a Kickstarter backer from day one, but this has like completely, blown my mind more than I thought it would already.
Yeah, thank you so much. So you just tried the demo where you have hand tracking, pass through, VR, AR, and switch between that. And I think you saw the potential. So this is really what Lynx is all about: true mixed reality. And VR is a subset of that. So you can do any VR game. You can use the existing VR content. And you can also discover the new AR, MR content that's going to happen, I hope, end of the year and next year, that we're going to see more and more games using these features to bring new experiences. So I'm happy you could try the Lynx headset. It's coming in a few weeks. We are actually both showing it to people, making demos everywhere on the planet, and also working very hard on the manufacturing of it in Taiwan. And I can't wait to deliver it to the backers and to the first users.
We're all so excited to get this thing, I can tell you that right now. And let me guys tell you, we've all seen the video of this demo, and I've seen it probably 40 times. This demo has blown me away more than I thought it would ever. And like I said, I've seen the demo a ton. You have all seen the demo a ton. It's way better than you think it is. Stan, thanks for a few words.
Thank you very much.
Awesome, man. Okay, guys, we are at CES 2022. We are sitting down with the founder and the CEO of MobX Games, makers of the fantastic game Everslaught, Gihad. Gihad, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Eric. How are you?
Awesome, man. This is a fantastic show. Absolutely so excited to be here. What do you think so far of GDC?
It's amazing. I've met a lot of awesome people. It's a big venue opened up today, the expo hall, and it's great to just walk around and meet new people, especially those who are working on VR stuff.
The excitement here is so different than it was the first few days that we just talked about. It is really intense here right now, right?
Exactly. I think people are really happy to get out of the COVID pause and get into real events again and see real people again.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. So what's going on with Everslaught? I mean, you released Everslaught at the end of July of 2021. It was a huge hit. People absolutely love this game, but they want more, right? I mean, that's what everybody wants. They want some more of it. And
just like we do.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the future hold for Everslaught? What's going to happen?
A lot. I think we're still at the beginning, really, of the development cycle of Everslaught. We want to release it into early access because we really want to make it a bigger thing. And it already has a lot of content. We have players who've played over 20 hours of the game because the game loop is really rewarding and is super fun with the game mechanics. But we really want to put more in there. We really want to go the route of adding a campaign structure similar to that of Diablo's, maybe Diablo 2. This is our template basically for how the overall structure of the game is. While of course expanding on the Doom-like game mechanics that make the game so cool, because this frantic gameplay in VR, no other game can offer you this right now in VR.
The movement and the gauntlet system in this game are probably some of the favorites that I've had, and one of my favorite games I played last year. You guys need to try this game. Go buy it right away.
Yeah, it's super fun for us too. Just expanding on the gauntlet's abilities and adding more weapons and adding other utilities than the gauntlet hook, for example. This stuff is really what makes us tick and what makes us want to go on all the time.
Awesome. So exciting things coming for Everslaught in 2022. Anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, there is other stuff on the horizon too. Of course, we are looking at other VR platforms as well. We want to release it on as many platforms as possible. We're thinking about the multiplayer stuff, of course. Many people have asked us about it. So yeah, stay tuned for further updates.
This is awesome news, guys. Keep Everslaught in your mind. Go buy the game. Sounds like it's going to be an amazing 2022.
Okay, what's going on, Q2C? This is Eric from Q2C VR Gamer, and we are here at GDC 2022. We are at the Hyperdash booth with Triangle Factory and the CEO, Timo. Timo, how you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks.
Amazing show, great booth. Hyperdash is an amazing game that everybody should be playing, and you have some big news.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got a new game mode coming up. Something that was actually in the early version that we had on SideQuest, and that people, I mean, we tested it out back then, and it was something that it wasn't actually finished yet, but we noticed that there was a lot of potential for that kind of game mode. So we're actually launching Ball, which is kind of like Rocket League with guns. We're launching it on the 1st of April, and it's no joke.
Wow, so now this is going to be a free downloadable game mode?
So yeah, it's going to be just an update on the game, so everybody who has Hyperdash right now will be able to enjoy it. And it's going to be a completely new map and a completely new game mode for everybody to enjoy.
Now, how many players on a team for something like this?
It's actually 5 versus 5, so it's the same as all the other Hyperdash game modes. You'll be able to, as I said, it's similar like Rocket League, but with guns. So you'll be able to pick up a ball. You'll lose a gun though by doing that, and you'll be able to shoot the ball forward. And basically, every team needs to score in the other team's goal. So I mean, the basics are rather simple.
Amazing. Now, special maps for this, or you'll use the current map?
Yeah, it's a special new map that got designed specifically for this game mode.
Excellent. This is amazing news, and you said the ball mode is coming April 1st.
Yeah, April 1st, no joke.
Oh my God, this is amazing news. This is the stuff you guys can only find at GDC. Timo, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, Q2C, this is Eric Beck, Q2C VR Gamer from GDC 2022. We are with Koen he's a lead developer for Cyborn games.
Yeah.
And we're talking Hubris today.
Yeah.
So Hubris is, an amazing game that we've all taken a look at the demo. We've all loved it. We've all said this is one of our most anticipated games of 2022. How are you doing, man? Are you enjoying the show?
Yeah, definitely. It's super nice to finally be out there again on the first big international convention that we were able to attend. It's nice to see the people's reaction on the demo, and it's even nicer to actually meet everyone in real life and talk to them about the game and how we are currently developing everything.
Yeah, it's tough when you can't see each other face to face. We're
Yeah.
back together after a few years off. It's nice to see this. It's nice to see the game out there again, that you guys are still showing the game off. And you got some news that it's going to be releasing sometime this summer, early fall?
We will be releasing between June and September. Obviously, it can still differ a little bit, but we are aiming for that release.
Yeah. And when I did say, when I played the demo of this game, I did say this was one of my most anticipated games of 2022 because of two things: the gameplay and the beauty of this game. It was one of the most gorgeous games I've ever played, and I really can't wait to see the whole thing. Now, something that a lot of people may think is this, you guys were planning to do this in episodic, but that's really not the case. This is going to be a full game.
Yeah, it will be a full game. It was always our intention, but basically what we wanted to show is actually this is part one, as in this is the first entry in like a way bigger adventure, right? Because Hubris is a huge universe that actually the founder of our company, Yves, has been working on for the past 20 years, right? Like conceptually, we've been writing about it. We got like a movie script, we got a series script. We are currently creating YouTube shorts, for example, as well, that goes together with the game, and that will be released probably later after the game, but to also show a bit more about the universe itself. This just to point about the fact that this is the start of something way bigger, right? But obviously, like when we released it, a lot of people pointed out that we don't want a 1 hour or 2 hour adventure type of thing, which we heard that, so then we just like cut out the part one completely out of all the marketing material in the communication, because it was not our intention to ever do episode 8. We wanted to have nice full-blown games. For example, the game that when it will be released, it will have roughly 6 hours gameplay.
Nice. Okay, so 6 hours gameplay. That's going to be way more than what was originally reported for Hubris. So that's huge news, and that's awesome. Everybody wants to hear that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I love that you guys are putting some effort and some work into the lore and the history behind Hubris. So this is going to be a rich game. This is not going to be a mindless shooting game. This is going to be something that you're going to have a full-blown history and story to for the whole universe, right? The Hubris universe.
Yeah. And like I said, this is only the start, so we try to you will meet a lot of factions. For example, you are part of the OOO, which is the Order of Objectivity, which is like a huge space organization already, right? So internally they got an insane amount of lore already, but like the Twin Pillar Planet system, the system where actually the game is actually unfolding,
that plays alone also has like a huge background story to it, and we try to touch upon all of those things briefly in the game because we have only got that many space and time to tell the story. But it will get like bigger and bigger. Maybe we like closer to the release of the game, we might like release some more stuff specifically about backgrounds, or then in other games as well. Yeah.
Awesome. This is amazing. Any news on any other platforms, or is it only going to be Steam?
So we will be supporting all the desktop VR platforms. So that's Steam, but HTC will also be there. Oculus will also be there, but then desktop VR only. We're currently seeing if we will be releasing simultaneously on the Quest, and if not, we will be doing the Quest port as soon as possible after the desktop release. So that would be Quest standalone.
So you're going to be able to take this beautiful game and get it on the Quest 2?
Yeah, I mean, it won't look the same, but we had some very promising demos already on the Quest, and I mean, it's all about immersion, so if you got like the right mood, the right atmosphere set, and like the good ambient and stuff like that, you see that it's low graphics, obviously, but it is still very immersive, and it's still a super nice experience.
Well, that's what's amazing about the Quest 2, because you can still make it a beautiful game, even though you're moving it to a different platform, but there are going to be millions of people on that platform that want to play this awesome game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. Koen, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great show, and we'll be hearing big things from Hubris and Cyborn this year.
Definitely. Stay tuned, and if you want more information about the game, just come join our Discord, and then we can have a chat there.
Absolutely. All right, guys, on to the next one. All right, guys, we're at Snapdragon. We're checking out the Lenovo AR glasses, and I'm just going to see what the experience is going to be.
And then if you want to go to room scale, for example, right now you're looking at active gaming. Actually, I have a specific floor at W Hotel where you can play this game.
Oh, really?
So that's dagger that's like first coming here with a point of understanding that like simulating bleeding or like a continuous kind of drawing
You can go. Remember to have pets. The wind feels something continuous in your body.
So you get like, you feel, so guys, when you get hit, you feel like a punch. When you get shot, you feel like a stimulation. It's like a tingle effect. But it'll actually jerk your muscles a little bit, especially in your arms. So like when I got hit in my arm, I could feel the muscle in my arm like tense up and then loosen up. It was a completely different feeling than I've ever felt before. Yeah. So, all right. Guys, it's the OO Haptic Vest coming soon.
You can pre-order it on the website.
Go get it. It's so cool. Okay, we're here with Eduardo from PatchXR, and this is going to be a Patchworld will be an app that's going to be on the Oculus Quest store coming this summer of 2022. Can you tell us a little bit about Patchworld?
Patchworld is a way to build worlds inside of virtual reality. These worlds are musical, so you can create your own musical instruments, interactive worlds, and do full immersive recordings where you can record yourself in the world and share that with other people.
So this is going to be a very creative app where you can really go in and you can actually build the environment, you can build the music, and actually have full-blown experiences in there. Now, is there any way to share these things with anybody else?
Yes, so it's a cloud-based system. At the moment, it's between users inside Patchworld to users inside Patchworld, but our next step will be to allow users to share outside of virtual reality.
Awesome. Do you guys have a price point on this yet?
Not yet, but it will be released very soon.
Awesome. For the Quest, for the Oculus Quest 1 and the Oculus Quest 2? Or
Oculus
just
Quest 2 Focus, and also for Steam, so we're going to go
okay. Nice. All right, guys, I'm going to check this out. But let's take a look and keep an eye out and maybe wish list Patchworld when it's available, coming to Quest 2 this summer. What is going on, Q2C? We are here at GDC 2022, and we're talking the creators of Swords of Gargantua, Thirdverse Incorporated, with their new game, Altair Breaker, that I just demoed, and I was completely blown away with. We're here with the game's producer, Teruyuki Toriyama. Thank you very much for talking with us today. How has been GDC for you so far?
今のところ GDC はどうですか？
今回出展したことで皆さんいろいろ遊んでもらっていろいろ意見してもらったんですけど、すごい楽しんで遊んでもらったので僕たちもすごい嬉しいです。
So for this time we felt that like many people played the demo and everyone looked so fun and excited through the game, and that made me so happy.
Yeah, it must be pleasing to get direct comments back on your game where you haven't been able to do that probably for quite a long time with things going on in the world. So the game has been very well received. I just played it. It's amazing. Can you tell us when will we be launching, on what platforms we'll be launching?
いつローンチでどのプラットフォームですか
2022年サマーメタクエスト2と PCVR.
So 2022 summer on MetaQuest and MetaQuest 2 and Steam.
Awesome. So we're definitely going to see this on the MetaQuest 2, everybody. We will see this on Steam for PC VR as well. And I just played it. It's got a very heavy combat. It's got swords. It's got shields. It's got the universe looks amazing. Is there story behind this? Is there something here besides combat?
これのめっちゃゲームがすごくユニークで面白かったんですけど、このバトルの機能以外になんかストーリーとか世界観の設定とかってあるんですか？
ゲーム自体の大きな RPG はないストーリーはないんですけども、このアルタイルっていう VR 空間の中でプレイヤーが入ってこの世界は何だろうって探索をしていくゲームになってます。
So this is not an RPG, so we don't have like a concrete story, but Artel is basically the name of the VR world. So the players are kind of like exploring what the world is about, and that's the backstory of it.
Excellent. So the world is Altair. Is it just one world, one location, or do we see several locations throughout the game?
アルタイルはなんか一箇所なのか複数の地点になんか飛ばされる。
複数の地点とか、アルタイルっていう空に浮かんだ島を点々としてそこを冒険していく。
So Altair is an island in the skies, and there's gonna be different locations for players to explore.
Excellent. So this is amazing, guys. And what I also noticed in this game was what we all asked for, co-op. Because there was another person in there that was playing with me at the same time. So it was co-op a big focus for you guys when making the game?
あとゲームやってて気づいたんですけど、もう一人プレイヤーがいて協力プレイですけど、この協力プレイっていうのは結構大事な要素なんですね。
絵に描いたこういうボスが最後に出てきたり、強敵が出てくるときに一緒に戦って倒していく楽しさを見つけるのと、自分自身が死んだときにやられたときに仲間の人が助けてくれたりするので、そういった協力関係を築いていくっていうのがこのゲームの面白さでもある。
So one of the interesting points of this game is that there's gonna be the boss like in the background that's like super strong. That you have to like beat it together with your team.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and also in the game you can possibly die, and your team members can come like recover you, and that's like one important aspect of this game.
Yeah, which I actually demoed that in the game where I actually had to walk up to somebody and actually bring them back to life, which was pretty amazing. So it looks like it's going to be strong co-op, so to progress or beat some of the bosses, you're going to need more than one person to do that. That's completely amazing. This game looks fantastic, everybody. Thirdverse is an amazing company. They've done amazing things in VR. Look for them in summer 2022 with Altair Breaker. All right, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
And bigger with it.
Oh, okay.
So you can really swing your arms around.
I got it.
What you just did was actually a dash.
I was wondering how I went through them. Okay.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, so if you do like double move forward, you like,
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, there it is.
Okay, so use the dash now, like go move forward. Yeah. Okay, so you kind of want to attack it at the same time. So like you can move forward and then attack.
Okay.
Nice, yeah. You can like, really swing it around several times. Awesome. in the air and you look at it, and then use the dash, you could like do a jump attack.
Oh, okay.
Try it out. It's pretty cool.
What is going on, Q2C? This is Eric from Q2C VR Gamer, and we are here at GDC 2022. We are taking a look at the Emerge Wave 1 from
Emerge.
This is Sly, the founder.
I'm a co-founder and co-CEO of Emerge.
Awesome. This is an amazing device that I just had a chance to take a look at today, guys, and I can tell you right now, I'm completely blown away by this. Now, this basically is a machine that gives you tactile feedback through sound.
That's right.
So can you tell us a little bit how it does this?
Yeah, we're actually able to create a force field using sound energy and the technique we use called beamforming. So similar to how you might have heard of directional audio, where you're able to direct music to like a very specific location in a room, we're actually harnessing the principle of sound being a mechanical wave. You can physically feel like at a concert, but it's very high precision. Actually, you're steering that beam to where you can feel objects within a pretty wide area around the device as well as over it. And that's actually something that surprises most people, is that they don't have to be directly to the device.
Yeah, I would have to say, I mean, when I was checking this out, before I even had the headset on, I could actually feel the feedback in the palm of my hand here, all the way up here, and actually I moved myself away from the device quite a ways, and I could actually feel it way out here. And then it was particularly strong right overhead, but I still felt it all the way out here. So I was really surprised at how it actually could bring that with it all the way away from. So you don't have to be centered directly over the device to feel it.
You don't have to. People are always surprised about that. We can create a cone of interaction that's about 120 degrees outward from the device footprint, and then about 3 feet or a meter vertical resolution. It's about the size of like a Catan board, to be honest, in 3D, and my brothers and I love to play Catan. Those types of experiences that are like really simple and social engaging, that's what we can enable in VR today.
Yeah. Now, the demo that we just did was it was a really cool demo where you actually have a home environment where you're able to interact with other people in that home. How many people can you interact with at one time?
Up to 8 people can be inside Emerge Home. It's the app that we've developed, and it syncs perfectly and seamlessly with the device. And the idea around 8 is that it's sort of this magical number of like, that's the number of people when you want to have a really intimate hangout or like really engaging party. You can have really great conversations and not feel like you're too spread out or too spread thin. And so you can configure your circles, what we call them, through the Emerge mobile app that allows you to turn on and off different circles, invite different people to different circles, because I have different circles depending on my groups of friends, and my brothers are in some, co-founders are in some as well, my surfing buddies are in other ones. And the idea is that all the privacy configurations that we care about and we want to give access to the user, you can do that through mobile CNC, and it just syncs automatically as soon as you put the headset on.
It was a really neat environment too, and I was surprised that you were talking about how you catered that environment to yourself. Now, will people be able to build their own environments?
Yeah, so the demo we got, I took you to a little cabin in the mountains, and then I took you to a beach that was replicated from where I used to live in Molokai in Hawaii as a scientist there. So the idea of Emerge Home is to allow for you to create these spaces that are very cozy, very personal to you, and there's some level of customization that we are allowing, and then over time enabling more and more customization. But to be honest, we're really excited to get this in the hands of our community members, because we're going to listen to y'all and see what you want to be built and prioritized next, and we're going to do that.
Yeah, it's so cool. Let's talk a little bit about the application of getting this set up in your home, how you hook it up to your virtual reality device, which is what I tested on was a Quest 2. So it seemed like it was very easy, very seamless. This is going to be an app that we're going to be able to access off the App Lab store currently right now.
That's right.
And then how do we connect it? How do we connect the Wave 1 device with the headset, and how do we set it up?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. So we have this physical device here. I'll actually go ahead and plug it. Just a single power cable. It just plugs into the wall, just any normal wall socket. And this device goes on a physical.
About the size of a scale, guys. If you're thinking about that, like
that's a good analogy.
Yeah, like a whole bathroom scale. That's about the size of this.
That's right. We say like a hardcover note, like a book, a scale, a 13-inch laptop.
Yeah.
And then we'll just plug it in from the back here. And as it boots up, you're able to configure it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth embedded, connectivity embedded. And through the mobile app, you actually set up your device to your home Wi-Fi network. So actually you can see mine is turned on and turned green because it just detected that I've already connected it to Wi-Fi. If you needed to update the Wi-Fi settings, you can do it through the mobile app. And then the only other thing is you just put your headset on. You also connect your headset through the mobile app. It'll just give you a few digit code, and put that, and then all automatically the headset and now the device are paired. They will remain paired.
So super simple. Basically, it's a companion mobile app with, in conjunction with the app on the App Store.
That's right.
That you download that to your headset. Super easy to do. I can tell you this: during the demo, they set it up basically from scratch for me. It took just a minute or so to hook it up. Now, one thing I noticed in the headset, I don't know if it's your mind that tricks you, but I really did. I forgot that this was completely in front of me, and I was basically trying to keep my hands centered, but I found myself just moving around normally, like I would normally move around, and I could still feel it pretty much everywhere.
Man, that's really cool to hear because we believe that the best technology is ones that disappear. Those are the best experiences. So we have tried really hard to make experiences that enable that. So we've heard that from other people, and it's really amazing each time I hear that as well. Because we've designed this to be as sleek as possible, and it will get thinner and thinner over time. But we want it to just disappear, and we want you to do what you naturally would do. Now, you don't need room scale of this, even though we potentially could enable that. Like in the laboratory, we have been looking at that. We will look into that in the future, but. To be honest, when we've been engaging our community, we found that people kind of engage like they normally do on a couch. I play games on a couch. I play Catan on a couch around my brothers. I play chess there. And that's kind of the space that we enable in 3 dimensions.
Now, we did some cool things inside of the app. We gave each other a high five. We kind of touched hands, and you could feel a sense of presence when you actually touched the person's hand. And the feedback was really, really good there, I thought. And we kind of played a couple of different games. We made one application. You played one application where water was kind of shooting out of my hand. You could feel that through the palm of your hand, almost through your fingers at one point. And then we kind of played chess, where you had some feedback from the pieces as you tried to move them around the board. So it was really cool the way you had everything set up. I thought it was really well done, and I liked it a lot the way it showed off what this could do.
Thank you. Yeah, we could have easily spent an hour today. I think we spent 15 minutes total playing just a single game. We've built 6 of these little mini games. We have a lot more content coming down the pipeline. We've partnered with a few really great developers, and 2 very big developers will announce something with that pretty soon. So we have a lot of content coming down the pipeline for us this year, so there'll be a lot to do with the device when we make the device.
I think this technology is so fascinating, and what we're going to be able to do in virtual reality and augmented reality coming up in the future is just amazing. I think this shows off a little bit of what this can do. Tell us how people can get it right now. Tell us how we can get it. Tell us how we can get behind it. Tell us how we can potentially get this in our own home.
Yeah, so if you go to our website, emerge.io, it'll direct you to our Kickstarter page. And we decided to launch on Kickstarter not because we needed the money, because we actually are pretty well funded. We raised $32 million to date. But we really were passionate about building an early tech adopter community, people that are willing to take a product early and give us feedback and help us build where do we want to go. And so there's limited devices that are left. And we're really excited that each person that gets unit will actually have a special engraving in it that's limited edition, because supply chain constraints, once we run out, that'll be it for the year. Right. It'll be limited edition, limited run of this batch. That'll be it for this year. And so we're pretty excited about people that are interested in being an early technology adopter. This is potentially a new interface, and we're interested in people that are willing and interested to help us build this new interface. There's so many ways that this could still be developed, and there's a lot of tools that we plan to unlock for the creative community to build on top of as well.
Yeah, you can see where this is a launching pad into several different applications, and I think that this is an amazing thing. Guys, I can tell you this completely blew my mind. It was one of the coolest tech pieces I've seen so far at the show, and I'm really looking forward to diving in and getting a little bit deeper into it as we go.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you for showing this to me today, and thanks for spending a few time and talking to the community.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
All right, well,
like if you were throwing a rock, but like you're launching your hand forward.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to grab that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now close
when I close it.
Yeah, close the blue one.
Okay.
But close with your fingers. Yeah, and just move your hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
there it is.
right
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. You can use both of your hands.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice, you got it.
Nice. The hand tracking is really good.
Yeah. I mean, here in your hand.
Okay.
Now, yeah, definitely. Now you grab it.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And now you can put it on your wrist. On the other side. On the other side of your hand. Yeah.
I got you right there. Oh my god.
That's how it links.
That's crazy. When you get used to it, it's pretty intuitive.
Right?
What is going on, Q2C? We are here at the last day of GDC 2022. We are looking at Miro Studios. It's Finger Gun. We're with Enrique and Manesh. How are you doing, guys? How's the show so far?
Super great, actually. We're super happy to be here. It's been a hell of a ride so far. Three great days.
Yeah, it's amazing. You guys got a great spot. I just did a demo of Finger Gun. This is a game that's going to be coming to the Quest platform at some point this summer. This year. So by the end of 2022, we will see this. This is a hand tracking game where you use your fingers only as guns. And I just checked it out. It was so cool. The movement, there's a grapple system in here that's really, really amazing. The gun systems, there's different types of guns that you get to use, which is amazing. So guys, how long have you been working on this game? And tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. So actually, the idea came to us like a couple of years ago. The hand tracking was actually like nothing compared to what it is today. But we thought it would be so cool to have a game where you can shoot through your hands, right? So we started thinking about it. We started doing different validations for the game. And about 10 months ago, actually maybe a year ago, we started production in a more serious way, let's say. So we've been developing the game for a year now.
I can tell you this is one of the best hand tracking experiences I've had. The hand tracking worked really well. There was no lag with it at all. It was pretty much one-to-one, and I love the environments in there. It's got like a old west environment in there, right?
Yeah, definitely. That is one of the coolest things of the game, in my opinion.
Now the game is basically a shooter. You're going up against waves of enemies in different environments, or is it all the Western environment?
It's on Western for now. Of course, we're planning on future upgrades or future plans for Finger Gun, but for the moment, it's all Western. With your orders, yeah, that's it.
The Gatling guns were the coolest part of the game so far. Dual wielding finger Gatling guns are pretty amazing.
Definitely. The game actually, we have the game right now. The version we have right now is pretty deep or complex. We have a lot of content that we are not showcasing right here, and we are super excited to bring those to the market and to the people. And we definitely are waiting for launch it to see how the people react to the game, for us to develop the game further, get more content out there. Not just finger gun, but with hand tracking. We have gathered so much experience doing this with hand tracking technology that we feel that we can make a lot of more and better games with hand tracking technology.
Yeah, and with the reception we've been seeing here at GDC, I mean, we can't wait to launch the game and for everyone to see it.
Absolutely. Guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna keep in touch with these guys. We will be showing you and bringing you this to our community and to our 200,000 members. We will be showing it to you, and hopefully we'll have an early build that we can take a look at sometime soon.
Definitely.
Guys, thanks so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
What is going on, Q2C? We are here at the last day of GDC 2022, and I can tell you this, I think I just saw the best thing of the show so far. I am with Stephanie Greenhall.
Yep. Hey.
You are the...
I am the head of communications at Tel5.
And she is just about to show me something that's going to blow my mind.
I am. It's going to be good.
Awesome. Let's get to it.
The way the technology works is that the glasses are tethered to a compute device like a laptop, but it can also plug into an Android phone.
I was going to say, could you do it on like a tablet or anything like that?
Yeah. And we'll start with Android and then iOS later this year. The images are generated by the computer in that case, and they are fed through a USB cable into the glasses. And two projectors take those images and reflect off these lenses and beam those images away from your head. The images land on the table, and this gray substance here is called a retroreflector. It's the same substance you see in highway signs that glow at night when your car's high beam shine on it. Right? That light is being reflected at 180 degrees. This is millions and millions of tiny microscopic glass spheres. It's a substance that's been around for 40 years and is very affordable. So we coat this game board with it, images emerge from the glasses and then bounce on here, and then the way glass spheres work, the optics of it is that it's returned 180 degrees right back into your eyes.
Amazing.
No matter what angle you're looking at from it, you just send our SDK grabs hold of the world camera, game camera, and then it attaches it to the glasses. So now as you move your head, it's sending rendering instructions to the game and changing what you see from any angle.
Right.
Because light is being returned directly from here to me, you could sit opposite me or even right next to my head and have your pair of glasses and your light is being reflected only to you. I cannot see what you see. I can have secret information that you can't see that I have.
Which can be important with this type of board gaming, right?
Well, yeah, for board games and card games,
Yeah.
right? You know, you're not going to see my poker hand.
Right, exactly.
Right? So that's what's really remarkable about this substance and the way the particular optics of this system works.
Now, question-wise, with AR glasses and any kind of glasses, it's always a field of view issue. They always seem like you're looking through binoculars, but with these, I think you're pretty much seeing your whole entire space, right?
Yes.
And basically, this is an overlay that you're going to be seeing over, into your own environment. So it's not really a field of view issue here. But I believe you're going to see some verticality too, right, to this board?
That's right, yeah. So the verticality is you can make images rise as high above the table until the point where your line of sight reaches the furthest row of glass beads, if you want to call it that, at the far end of the board. So I can take this one, you can't see it from your perspective, but I don't know if I can place it here, I don't know if you can see the far corner.
Yep.
I can make this image go, I don't know, about a foot.
Nice.
I can make it go up this high because I can still see the gray retroreflective material on the furthest edge. That's nice. So you can make images kind of really rise tall above the surface.
So it's really going to give it a 3D effect, what we're looking at here. Amazing.
That's right. And you can also sync images virtually into the board and have it go to infinity that way. So we call that the well effect. You can look
Wow,
down,
so it's going to go the opposite way. You're going to get depth
and this
at that
is just
point.
a portal into another world. The field of view is important to us. These images are being sort of spread out at 110 degrees.
Wow, so it's about what
diagonal.
the Quest runs at, which is 110 degrees field of view.
Yeah. The other AR headsets, because of the technology that they use, they're using very expensive and complicated optic systems to coalesce a three-dimensional stereoscopic image in front of you through waveguides or birdbath optics. That image is sort of in a 30 to 50 degree, right? And that's why it looks like you're looking through, like you said, binoculars. I would call it the postage stamp. There's like a little postage stamp in the middle. Really, because the images are being spread that widely, I can turn my head and this board looks like it's constantly being lit up and emitting images back at me. The light field comes from the table, which solves for the Virgin's accommodation conflict, which I'm sure you're familiar with. Objects are actually at the correct focal distance they would be if they were really physical, because that's what a light field does. If you've got a true light field, objects will actually be at the correct focal distance, which means I can take a near and a far object. I can look at it like this was physical. That gets a little out of focus. I look over there, this gets a little out of focus.
Right.
That means that our ocular system, the ligaments and the muscles in our eyes actually relax and can contract like normal vision, whereas with most other systems, VR and AR headsets, you're actually staring at an infinite point in space, and that creates a lot of eye strain, and that's another reason why we get headaches and just feel tired doing prolonged sessions in AR and VR.
That's perfect. It kind of leads me into my next question, which would be basically sweet spot. How hard is it to get a sweet spot with these glasses, and is it big enough to where we're not constantly having to adjust them to keep it? Like in a virtual reality or augmented reality headset, a lot of times you have to adjust the lenses to get that perfect spot to where you don't get any blurriness that you're talking about.
Right.
So, sometimes it's larger and better headsets, smaller and lesser headsets, so you have to adjust them more. So how is the adjustability with these? Is this something we're actually going to have to be constantly adjusting, or is it a fairly large sweet spot?
As you can see, our lenses are actually uniform and very large. The projectors really cast so much light. You have sort of uniform sharpness across the entire surface of the board, and all that light from every corner is being kind of reflected back and converge back into your eyes, in the middle of your eyes. So this particular optic system solves for some of those shortcomings you might see in other systems, just by
pure happenstance.
Awesome. Yeah, and when you see with most other AR goggles or glasses, you can see they have a very small lens. Where these, they're very large. You actually have quite a large lens, and I think it's definitely going to. I'm looking forward to doing this to see exactly what the difference will be.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So straight USB-C cable into the glasses to a USB-C cable into the laptop or whatever device you're going to be using.
And it's USB 3.
Okay. So
so you need to have a USB 3 capable. USB.
The board itself, this is an all one-piece board. There's nothing plugged into this, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, this is completely passive material. All the magic, all the sort of powered electronics and images are coming from the compute device you own, which is your computer over here, or an Android phone or mobile phone. The glasses project those images, and this retroreflective material, which has been around for 40 years, is the same material that you find in highway signs that reflect your car's headlights back at you, returns the images 180 degrees. But this passive material is very affordable. It's been around for forever, and costs just a few dollars per square meter.
It's super lightweight. Can I lift it?
This is our Expo version of the board. It has no folds or seams, but the version that that consumers buy can fold up into the size of a board game.
That's amazing. So durability not an issue here.
Not really.
Super lightweight. You can put it anywhere.
You can put it anywhere. You can clean it with just household cleaners if you spill something on it. It's a remarkable substance, and it's no one really conceived of creating an optics system specifically for augmented reality with it, except our CEO, Sherry Ellsworth, did. And so we spent the last number of years perfecting this into a gaming experience. So you're going to hold that one. Let's hold it Harry Potter style. It looks like a barbecue lighter. That's somewhat by design. We want to give you a tool that feels familiar to you, but it's also a hybrid game controller. It's got a joystick. It's got AVXY buttons. It's got a trigger. The glasses use 2 infrared cameras, and one of those cameras is scanning for the board, looking at this fiducial marker pattern on the sides of the board. Every side has a different pattern, and it knows if you're on the north, east, west, or south side of it. It also looks at how you're holding the wand. Inside this black tube is actually a strip of infrared LED lights that are flashing at a particular sequence, and the glasses can detect how you're holding that, twisting it, and things like that. There is also an IMU, an inertial measurement unit, in the hilt of the wand, so that we can do sensor fusion and create a full 6 DOS tracking of how you're using the wand. And you can wave it around like a Harry Potter magic wand. You could use it as a substitute for a tool. You can use it as a scalpel. You can do frog dissection or something like that in a classroom. In the particular case of games, you can point at things and move things around. You could pick up troops in a strategy game and say, okay, now go here, and you place them over there. You can play with objects and sandboxes, and there's really an infinite amount of potential uses that you can just ascribe to the wand.
So use cases. We're just not talking board gaming here. We're not just talking gaming in general. We're talking learning. We're talking training.
That's right.
Potentially.
Yeah. We're focusing on games. We use the phrase, we can't boil the ocean. We only have so much money, time, and people. We're all gamers. We come from gaming companies. We've worked at Activision, Electronic Arts, Sony PlayStation. So we want to create the ultimate augmented reality, holographic gaming experience. We are big fans of Star Wars. I'm old enough to have seen Star Wars in the theater when it first came out.
Unfortunately, me too.
All right. That Star Wars holochess scene on the Millennium Falcon, or when Princess Leia emerged and said, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi." We've been pining for that for the longest time, for 45 years. The time is here.
So this is
you
going to
need
give
the glasses,
give
but
me that.
You can do that.
Awesome.
We can give you that Star Wars holochess moment. Experience that looks somewhat reminiscent of a Diablo or a D&D campaign. You're going to hold the wand like an NES, like a Nintendo
like a controller. Yeah.
You're going to hold it like that. You're going to move the character with your left thumb, and you're going to jump and attack with the AVXY buttons here. This is attack. This is
crazy.
This is magic spells, and you can move around the environment.
The depth here is astounding. I can't get over that, man.
show you what this retroreflective material does. You can look up and actually see more of the environment. Sorry, you can see more of the environment just anywhere where this retroreflective material is.
Guys, the amount of detail that you can see in this, it's like looking at a screen, but it's in 3D. I mean, it's not passive where you would think it would be passive. This is solid. So you're not seeing, you know, it's not, a lot of AR is, everything looks kind of like washed out. It's a little bit hollow. This is not. This has true depth in 3D. So it looks like I'm seeing down into something, but this is a completely flat surface. This is crazy. So if people are thinking Tilt 5 is just a board game AR effect, that is not what I'm doing here. This is like, you could completely play any type of video game with this environment.
We've had more requests for video games than board games, believe it or not. We're all come from the video game space. We are trying to put video games from almost every genre on here, provided that the top-down camera angle works. It could be an RTS game, a tower defense game, it could be a twin-stick shooter, it can be an RPG. So we are a tabletop system, but we make video games feel like board games, and board games play like video games.
How many games are available? Or experiences?
We have about 30 games in development, and we have, as of yesterday, how many games?
We launched 12?
We've launched 12 already. One of them is a board game service called Tabletopia, which is well known to board game players who like digital renditions of popular board games. There's well over 100 board games on that system that you can play on Tilt 5. So if you count those, we're already over 100 games playable on Tilt 5 today.
Guys, I just want to tell you right now, when I'm looking at this scene, the particular scene I'm looking at right now, there's a large tree that is right in front of me. And in my perspective, it looks like the tree, I could be touching it this high off the table. So it gives the table depth to look down into, but it also gives it verticality. So I am actually almost seeing things in a 3D view up this high off the table. So it really gives a true effect that I'm actually looking into this or being inside of this experience, which is so cool.